YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J, coming at you with another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well as bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the topics in cryptocurrency. Guys, today we're going to talk about some Bitcoin, we're going to talk about some Toshi. I'm going to give you my TA, but I got to let you guys know too that I'm just not a financial advisor. I'm just a homie Crypto J. These are just my opinions on the market, and again, they mean nothing. So do what you want with your money. Don't buy anything you see in this video. As you guys can see, we're over here on CoinMarketCap. Our entire market cap for cryptocurrency today coming in at 3.78. Fear Greed Index coming in at a 33. Our altcoin ticker at a 29. And our RSI showing that we're a little closer to overbought than oversold. We're going to talk about it all as well as some Toshi. Don't worry, guys. But first, we got to talk about Bitcoin because Bitcoin is king, right? I always talk about that Bitcoin is kind of like the market determiner, right? If Bitcoin is not looking good, then the market can see a big dump. But a couple things that I said in my last video, and I just want to address my last video too, because one, I think that was an amazing TA, but I still had some people, well, really it was only one person, just come into my comment section and tell me, oh, whatever Crypto J says, you should bet against it. I, again, am not always right, guys, but I do believe in the fact that the trend is your friend. So more times than not, I'm going to be betting with the trend. And if you're betting against me and you're betting on a reversal, you're going to have a much smaller chance of being right compared to me. And so that guy was like, yeah, well, you'll delete your video and then you'll come back. I'm like, okay, I won't delete it, but you got to come back and tell me when you were wrong. So we'll see if he comes back and tells me if he was wrong. But as you guys can see, Bitcoin looking like possibly found the bottom, right? Even in my last video, I told you guys the zones that we need to pay attention to, right? We talked about 112.5, and look, we rejected off of this zone here. We talked about the possibility of a double bottom on the 7-day. We also talked about how I don't feel awesome about uh, a breakup on a Sunday or a Monday. And here we are. It's Tuesday, right? Tuesday, we're starting to see Bitcoin sitting at 12K again. Are we going to be seeing a bullish case scenario come Thursday? We have a bit of a wedge forming here. This could be a bull flag forming here. Couple things showing signs of a bottom, right? We got a double bottom here. We got this bull flag, and then we got the wedge showing signs that the market is picking up in volume. But at the same time, we have not had a confirmation, right? If anything, we just had a rejection. Let me show you what I mean if I pull up these indicators right here. Again, it's not to say that this daily candle cannot close a little bit better than we're sitting right now, but we, it does look like, have seen some kind of a rejection somewhere here. So we're really in decision mode on this weekly chart right here. Either we're going to maintain this uptrend, or we're going to be able to bounce off of this bottom Keltner channel, which again, I told you guys was a possibility that we would drop all the way down to 102. I literally said that. I said the bottom of this Keltner channel is at 102. There's a possibility that we go in at 102. And on Sunday, I even put on Twitter, should I put a short in today or should I put it in tomorrow? And the market dumped last night. So these games are really nothing new. We talked about this. We've been talking about it. One thing that we did say, you know, is that I do believe that this dip is probably going to be the last dip before the big run up. But the question is the dip over? Was the massive liquidation that we saw enough, or does the market need to see more? We have a couple scenarios that are playing out on this 1 month, and of course, guys, I always give you both cases scenario, right? I tell you guys what the bullish case scenario is, and I tell you what the bearish case scenario is. Just like we just covered the double bottom, the bull flag, all those things, but we also covered, hey, we haven't broken out yet. This is still a downtrend. We don't bet. I don't bet against the trend. You can do whatever you want. Again, homeboy likes to bet against the trend. You can do that if you want. But again, I'm not looking to swing trade at all. Really, I'm just looking for zones of accumulation because, in my opinion, Bitcoin is just looking like it's in an accumulation phase. I've seen this many times. You know, it's going to look extremely volatile in this territory. But again, we've been saying for months now that we have not seen a blow off top, and I do not think that this is the top of our cycle. I expect to see a lot of liquidations in a zone like this, right? Similar to his last presidency. So again, this is just Bitcoin as usual to me. You know, RSI is a little bit high for this early in the week. Again, we don't want to enter too far into this overbought zone. It might be an indicator that we'll see another rejection. right? We still need a good solid close. We have not had a good solid close, but usually we don't see major price action happen on Tuesday. As a matter of fact, I would probably bet that we're not going to see some major price action happen today. Maybe it can happen. Maybe we could still break up out of this. Again, this is a moment of decision, right? We got a wedge forming here, and Bitcoin is deciding whether it's going to go up or down. But I just feel like in this case scenario, it being a Tuesday, it's a little too early in the week to be seeing this type of price action. It's a little bit too manipulated. I think that they're gonna just be liquidating a lot of people in the zone, and I think there is still a possibility that we could form a wedge here. Again, a lot of people have been bullish on Q4. I've been one of these people that's been bullish on Q4. Honestly, I really thought that we would already found a bottom on Bitcoin, and um, again, just based off of prior trends, right? That's all we can base these indicators off of is prior trends, right? So we know how long it took last time for Bitcoin to make a recovery, and we just kind of gauge it like that. This is definitely a little bit more of a drawn out recovery. It's taken a long time, but that's the way this market moves. I've been telling you guys, it's agonizing, it's brutal, and sometimes, you know, it's undecided. Right now, Toshi coin, in my opinion, though, looking super good. Still in the past 24 hours, up close to 4%. In a similar situation with Bitcoin, right? Pretty much correlating almost one to one, not quite, but as you guys could see, Toshi coin had a couple rejections off this bottom Keltner channel. It retested 2 times, and now we're in a position where we could either have found a double bottom, or this thing could create another shoulder here. We'll create a shoulder head shoulder similar to here, and this will be an indicator that we need to see more sell off. I would be paying attention to this 4-hour chart for sure. 4-hour chart very telling right now. The 1-hour chart is not saying much. This daily chart is looking pretty bullish for Toshi. It's looking like if the market wants to continue on, that Toshi might also continue on. But again, look, we got a little bit of resistance right here. We got to break up above that. So we'll see if Toshi has enough volume to burst out of that level of resistance. Now we've seen on our weekly chart. Is another thing I'd be paying attention to on the weekly. We do have some concerning stuff happening on the weekly chart, right? We have a rising wedge here. We have a shoulder head, shoulder forming here, and we got a little McDonald's M that's telling us don't do it. We got a Nike check. We got a lot of indicators actually on this weekly chart that are a little bit concerning, and so it is going to be a very telling week. Now, we do have some stuff that's going good too, right? We still are in an uptrend on Toshi, so we haven't yet fully broken down. This is not, none of these signs are really confirmed, right? We haven't broke any kind of neckline on a shoulder head shoulder, and maybe you could say that this McDonald's M has already seen a rejection off this top Keltner, and that we're creating a bear flag again. If Bitcoin decides it wants to pump though, Toshi coin looking pretty good on the 1 day, right? At least we're looking like we're showing signs of possibly wanting to correlate with Bitcoin. But I do think there's a lot of speculation in the market. I think that there's a lot of paper handsing going on at a time like this. So I would be more looking at something like a monthly chart right here, right? Because I'm, again, a long-term trader, not somebody that's swing trading. I really don't have any business on a 5-minute chart, a 1-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart. Really, you guys have no business trading on those charts. A lot of people trade on those charts. I don't know why you do that unless you're like scalping or swing trading, just trying to get it in and out of a trade. But generally, I always look macro and then I start to scale down. But for the sake of the video, I wanted to save this monthly chart for last because in my opinion, it looks the best. The monthly and the daily are the best looking charts on Toshi right now. This weekly chart is concerning me a bit, just based off of the day of the week that we are and the fact that Thursday is still 2 days away. So we'll see what kind of close we have today, right? Did we see a rejection, or can Bitcoin break out of this wedge? Can Bitcoin have another pump up, right? We're really going to know in the next couple hours. It looks like this hourly candle is just opened here, and so I think in a situation like this, we're going to know by probably 5, 6 o'clock today. I'm not sure if there's any announcements that are going on right now or anything that could be driving the market right now. I do pay attention on and off to announcements and stuff like that, guys, but really nothing's really changed. And that's why I always say nothing's changed, nothing's changed. I am noticing some patterns and announcements and days of the week and stuff like that that I'm paying attention to and how the market reacts. But those are, again, just indicators that I use. You can use whatever indicators you want, whatever patterns you notice you might want to take note of, because again, I do think that history does not always repeat itself, but sometimes it rhymes. So yeah, do with that what you will. Again, if you guys appreciate this video, make sure you hit that like button in the comment section. It all helps in the algorithm, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.